Guys, as we know all, last week on Wednesday, the President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, with his team were in the White House, and we probably now know what really happened there at the White House. The story of Julius Malema singing "Kill the Boer, kill the farmer" got transferred there, with of course the story now of white genocide in South Africa has taken shape in the current administration of Donald Trump. It is so loud that it has even taken a step where South Africans have been admitted in the US in the refugee status. And of course now we know what really happened there. The video was played about Julius Malema, and of course Trump had his own say about it, even asking, why is that guy walking free after filling the stadium and they're seeing over 100,000 people sat and the stadium was full to the beam. Now, this thing did not really go well with Julius Malema, and of course anyone would expect, those who knows Julius Malema would expect nothing would really go untouched. Now of course would respond, just try to react on the whole scenario. Of course it was touching to see a situation like that, and the constitutional cause of South Africa has rejected that as not, it doesn't really mean what they are singing. And the song itself of course would send a message to someone who deemed targeted. But now here is the response from Julius Malema, and as usual Julius Malema will not take it lightly, and he would wake up to see how to deal with it precisely in a statement. He first of all, before even responding to it on the video today, he has responded on social media before earlier on. Today he came to pound it, and as we can see it, this is how it goes. Let's check it up and then we come back and conclude later. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be there and watch it, and let's watch it together.
Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. I repeat, kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Mother.
The only organization that is hated by imperialists is the EFF. I will never be intimidated by America. I will never be intimidated by Donald Trump. They were speaking about me in that meeting at White House. If they were not gossiping about me, they should have called me into that meeting. I would have answered everything that Donald Trump wanted from us.
So for sketchy, better team,
if they are not scared of me, call me into that meeting. That nonsense that Trump did in America, he will never do that nonsense in my presence, because I will confront him here and there with the facts. Ramaposa could not present the facts in front of Donald Trump. You've got a coward president. He left here, Ariana, he won't be bullied. When he arrived there, he was shaking. Atatazela, Achaba Donald Trump, another president scared of another president. Donald Trump said to him, when you say farmers, you mean white people. He kept quiet. Farmers do not mean white people. They are black farmers, they are white farmers. Ramaposa is a farmer himself. He should have said to Donald Trump, no, farmers are not white. I'm a farmer myself. I am not white. Why didn't he present that simple fact before Donald Trump? Why didn't he say, there are so many people killed in South Africa, and majority of them are blacks. There is no white genocide in South Africa. Bammonchatsila with crosses. He opens his eyes in shock. I know South Africa with my eyes closed. He's unable to tell Donald Trump that is not a picture of South Africa. This picture does not belong to us. We don't have mass graves of white people in South Africa. Comrades, Donald Trump says to him, hey Ramaposa, why are you not arresting this Julius Malema? Why is this Julius Malema not in jail? He can't respond with a simple fact. I'm not going to be silenced by threat of death. When you say don't jail him, Ramaposa should have said, in South Africa we don't jail people like that. There are courts in South Africa, and the courts have said there is nothing wrong with this song. This is not my song. I did not compose this song. I found this song. The struggle heroes composed this song. All I'm doing is to defend the legacy of our struggle. This is a heritage of our struggle. This is the song that was sung by Peter Mokaba in the presence of Chris Hani, in the presence of Winnie Mandela. And therefore, I will never stop singing a song that Winnie Mandela sang before she died. That will be a betrayal to the struggle of our people. Comrades, when they say stop singing, kill the Boer, kill the farmer, they are going to say to you, stop demanding the land. Because you are offending white people. Don't talk about the land. When you stop the land, they say black people must go back to Bantu education. There must be African schools. When you say no, they say no, that is not allowed. Today, a tender is given in White House without advertisement, where Rupert stands up and says, why is Elon Musk, Starlink, not given an opportunity in South Africa? Elon Musk's business cannot come to South Africa if it's not compliant with 30% BEE. What he did, Ramaposa, after they asked him that, the following day, they issue out that they want to relax the BEE deals so that this Starlink can come into South Africa. There is no such a law in South Africa. That Starlink will not come into South Africa if it's not compliant with the BEE. We are not saying 30% must go to one individual. That 30% must go to black people, as many as possible, because we want to benefit from our own economy. Comrades, we must never be dictated to by business. I long told you, South Africa, that we are captured by Ruperts, that our country is run by Ruperts. How can a minister of international relations sit in a meeting? But Malema, Mara no is a good boy. Is a what is your problem? The whole minister of international relations goes and sit in a meeting that deals with international issues outside the country and never uttered a word. But businessmen, the golf players are speaking, but you, the politician, who's supposed to speak on those matters, you are quiet. Why do you still want to earn a salary after being quiet? Why can't we give this salary to those white people? Because they are the ones who are speaking there. All white people who were in that house from South Africa, all of them spoke. All of them, including John Steinhausen. What gave them the ticket to speak on behalf of our country? It was their color.
Guys, if you closely look at and keep on following this guy, you used words like, I will never be intimidated, let us protect our country against imperialists, and let us stand firm. Those are the words he has always previously used in different and in the past as he pushed over his words. When you look at this guy clearly, remember, he was not targeted alone. First, when you watch the video in the White House, he was targeted himself and the MK party. And also the response from there, the DA leader also made mention saying, they are actually in the GNU, in the government of national unity, largely to keep this, what they in his term, rebels out of the government who would probably deliver taking out the whites as they were the real genocide. The question of the genocide in South Africa against the white people has always been used for political gains, especially for people who feel that they have been marginalized and all these kind of things. So I don't really see it as something that is true, because Yes, for crime is there. Can easily be unalived anytime you can. It is possible. But it doesn't seem so much that the white people are being targeted as such. Yeah, the targets which is obviously there, which everyone can see or in every platform, like in South Africa, they will always target those words people speaks, right? People speaks against, just like they talk against the foreigners, you know, the foreign immigrants, especially black foreign immigrants. They talk about it. They keep shouting against this. They call them, some of them are called queres, I think, something of that nature. That talk is there, you know. That talk is ever there. They've been shouting. They can shout at you. They can do all these kind of things. But honestly, I think genocide is bigger than this type of crime which goes on in South Africa. Guys, I really don't know how much better I could talk about this. Guys, please give me your comment in the comment section. Let me see what you're thinking. But as for me, Julius Malema was singing the song that was sung long time, way I think before he was born. And of course the song was used at the time against apartheid. At the time, apartheid is no longer there. Someone would argue saying apartheid no longer exists. But the message Malema carries today is about something similar to apartheid of the time, although it's not at that might. So the song, I think the courts of law looked into it to say it's a song they can sing to remind them of the past. It's like you don't need to forget your history. The history is very important not to forget. If you look at well over, the marginalized communities in the past have decided not to forget their histories. So their history, especially in this time now for South Africa, that song carries one of the biggest histories. That's why there are museums. I think the museum must be closed because the museums carry some of them. Is it because the song are being played every time it goes online and the rest that is being targeted? I don't think so. So guys, I think I might need to listen to your comments as we go forward. Otherwise, thank you so much guys for watching it. Give me your thoughts in the comment section. I get to know what you're thinking about. As for me, that is my position I have taken. I don't see anything wrong in that, but Malema has made his point clear. He's not a coward. He's not going to be intimidated. He's going to stand firm, and he even continues saying that he will continue singing the same song. He will continue singing the same song as he moves forward. Big up, love to you all. You know, stay blessed. This is Africa, and let's talk Africa. My name is David Berkey, Idio David. Thank you so much.